Hello and welcome to PSO2. This is going to be my second beginner's guide, and this is kind of because of the hype with PSO2 NA. I'm very excited for it, I can't wait for it. And I decided to come back and make some more guides for the game. And actually, once NA comes out, I might be doing even more content for PSO2. But today I want to talk about stuff you should be doing every day, or every week really. Because PSO2 can be very overwhelming because there's so much to do. So hopefully I can give you some pointers onto what you should be doing with your day in PSO2, with your game time. And we're gonna start this list by saying you should always do your emergency quests, or urgent quests in NA, I believe. Emergency quests will pop up every 2 to 3 hours, so it's pretty important that you run them because they will give you a lot of EXP, they will give you a lot of drops, and in a lot of instances they'll also drop you items that are necessary to upgrade weapons in the endgame. So you always want to run them whenever they pop up. Especially since they're only available for a few minutes, like 30 minutes to an hour tops when they pop up. Then next, you'll want to do your dailies. So if we run over here to this counter, and we talk to Daily Order Admin Fana, you're gonna see those 3 quests here. They all have like a boost next to it. Those are your daily quests. They will reset every day, and every time you do them, they're gonna be added to this daily boost thing up to 15 times, even though it caps at 50%. And this is gonna be a boost to your drop rate. And you really want that boost to your drop rate because getting high rarity weapons is gonna be more and more important over time. So that little boost of 50% is great. And actually, I say 50%, and that's from memory because I don't have it now. Could be 35%, don't quote me on it, but you'll see. Once it caps out, it can't go any further, and it's just a bonus that you get for basically free for doing your dailies every single day. Then as kind of a tie-in to dailies, you can come here to the counter and select a quest and go to featured quests. Every single day, those quests will cycle. And by the way, this first quest here will always have everything you need to complete your dailies. The boost missions that I just talked about, if you run this, you'll get everything you need from it. And the reason why you want to run your featured quest every day is because of that little icon here, which is a chance to receive a present upon completion. And those presents will give you a lot of stuff, including bonus keys. And bonus keys you should also run whenever you can. And I don't know if it's going to be that way on PSO2 NA, but in JP you usually want to keep your keys for the 2nd of the month or the 20th. Because on those 2 days, you get a bonus EXP already, double EXP for the entire day, plus the bonus keys will give you ridiculous amounts of EXP. So make sure to stack them up if it is the case in PSO2 NA, where we have PSO Day. You want to stack them up for PSO Day. So complete your featured quest, get your rewards every day, and then you also want to complete your ARC missions. Your ARC missions on PC, you can find them by going to your menu and pressing Shift. I'm not sure what it's going to be on Xbox, but I'm mostly talking about your daily missions and your weekly missions. Your dailies are pretty simple. It's going to be like let's just complete a quest. Having a drink, you can do that every time you start a quest. I'll show you in just a moment. Use a boost item or food item. That's basically using a try boost, using a drop rate item. There's some food you can use that will give you this. And completing all of them will give you a bonus key for basically free. Now for that drink, I'm going to show you. I'm just going to come here. I don't know if it will let me go. Yeah, it's fine. Forest exploration, whatever. We're gonna go on extra hard. We're not even gonna go on the planet. Who cares? I just want to show you how to get a drink every day. And actually, you should probably do this every time you run a quest. If you come here to this little kind of like plus sign, kind of like a hospital sign, you'll see those. You should always drink one of those at least once a day to complete your daily quests. Your ARC's mission. See? There you go. ARC mission complete. I got 3 Lamda Grinders for doing basically nothing. So you'll want to complete those, but most importantly, you want to complete your weekly missions because of those two rewards. 405,000 in cash for the first one, for defeating enemies, and 1 million for the second one, from just getting money from client orders. And then if you complete all of your daily if you complete all of your missions, you're gonna get another bonus key. So those are important, mostly for money, because everything in PSO2 requires money. So talking about money, one of those quests is just to get monies, right? That's another thing you should probably be doing every single day, and it's looking at the quest counter again. Those quests reset every few days, if not daily. Not all of them reset daily, but a lot of them. And just look for those that give a lot of cash. Like here you get 60,000, 66,000, 120. Just get those. Run the missions that give a lot of money. I'm gonna take that one actually, because 250,000 is pretty good. That's all for defeating one boss. So yeah, look at the daily missions and everything and get whatever is gonna give you cash. Run that, and then if you want to change of pace, you can always run story missions. Like if you look at this here, well no, actually, let's go to the counter. Actually, you don't even need, just come to story quests. It is important to do your story quests. Don't be like me. Actually run your story quests. They give a lot of rewards for completing your story quests. I'm gonna say it again. Story quests. Do it. Don't be like me. I've got like 200 SG, which is the star gems, which you use for a bunch of stuff, from just completing my episode 1 story quest that I've never done in the past few days. Just do it. Really. Next on my list, coffee client orders are super important because they are pretty much what locks content. So you really want to run these quests to unlock stuff. Like, your level cap is going to be at coffee. New classes will be at coffee. Support partners are with coffee. There's a bunch of features that are locked behind client orders at coffee. So whenever she has the icon, just go talk to her and take that quest, complete it, and unlock whatever she wants you to unlock. It is very important, and do it every single time. Since I'm right next to this NPC, I'm going to show you as well. That's also something you will want to do. Collection files are super important. If you've watched my previous guide, I explain kind of how it works. But collection files are almost free weapons, really, and having high rarity weapons will never hurt you, and they're super easy to complete. Like if I wanted this weapon, for example, I would just click on it, check the sheet, see what I need to get. And here, what it says is I need to drop ability success rate from various locations. Unfortunately, this one is not very good because you can only get progress from emergency quests, including triggers. Triggers are an item you can use to actually run an emergency quest while it's not an emergency quest, but that's a different topic altogether. But if I'm just gonna try to look for a sheet that is not... Yeah, that sheet is not good. Let's see this one. Yeah, this one is better. Like, this one just requires you to kill things. Like, this one is a boss, this one is asking you to kill another boss, and this one is just basically killing everything. And once you get those 3 weapons that are eventually going to be guaranteed drops, you'll get this weapon from the collection sheet. Like, it will just drop. And then you can reset it with star gems, like I mentioned. Like, you do a lot of stuff with star gems. But I'm just here to show you stuff that you should be doing every day in PSO2. If you want more details about star gems, just let me know, and I can look into it, make sure that I have the right information, and get it back to you. Something else that is important is locate your class guide. Every single class has an NPC attached to it, like Saga here and Katori are the class people for Bouncer, for example. Bouncer skill check, dual blade training. Every NPC is gonna have quests specific to a weapon I believe Saga has quest for jet boots. Yeah, exactly. So those two are for Bouncer. Then again, Katori is not necessarily for Bouncer. She does give quests for Bouncer, but she also has dual blade training. But you want to locate your class quest tutor, basically. Like for me, it's Lisa, because I'm a gunner. And what it does running the quest that I need to for gunner is that eventually I get quests like this. The Perfect Gunner 1. And you can see here, the objective is to deliver Gunner X Cube, and the reward is one skill point, one extra skill point that I can use in my skill tree. So it's important to complete these quests to get those 4 extra skill points. Honestly, I'm not sure if it's relevant in NA, because the level cap is still 75, but it is still a tip out there. You should be doing those quests, because eventually NA is going to be on par with Japan, and you want to know those details, and you want to be up to date with your quest, with your class tutor. So talk to everybody, figure out who gives a quest for your class, for your weapon, and get going. In my notes I mentioned Zeeg's quest before this, but since I'm right next to it, I'm going to show you right away. Get your titles. If you talk to this NPC here, she's going to give you a bunch of titles. Do that whenever you can, whenever you think about it. Because getting those titles is going to give you a lot of rewards. Like if you check here, like beginning attack is giving me X cube. 1 X cube. It's not a lot, but it's still 1. This is also giving me, like, all of those give me X cubes. This is a Tri Boost 50%. Tri Boost is drop rate, EXP, and a money bonus. So it's always great to have. So basically, always get your titles. Also, some quests can only be turned in by getting certain titles. And even if you completed what you have to do for that title, as long as you didn't talk to the title counter attendant, you're not going to complete that quest. You need to get that title from the NPC, and then the quest will be completed. You'll have to go talk to the NPC and say that you completed it, but you catch my drift. Like, I've seen so many people get stuck at the level cap quest, for example, where you need to get a plus 35 weapon, and then they're like, oh, I got my weapon plus 35, but I can't complete the quest. It's because the quest condition is to get your title. Talking to this NPC is going to fix that issue. You'll get your title, and the quest will be complete. Level cap unlocked. Finally, and I believe it's finally, let me check my notes real quick, just to make sure I'm not missing anything from my lists. No, that is it. Okay, let's go with the last point. Now again, I'm showing you this on JP, so I'm not sure if the NPC is going to be at the same location on NA. But this NPC here is going to be your best friend. If you remember earlier in the video, I got 3 Lamda Grinders. Lamda Grinders are important to grind weapons up that are above 12 stars, if I remember right, like 13 stars and up, are gonna request you have Lamda Grinders. And they're not super easy to come by, so you want to come to Zeeg, and you want to complete his crafting quests. The Craftsman seal here, you want those. Because completing those, you can trade them in for Lamda Grinders. Just have to talk to Zeeg and exchange your seals for Lamda Grinders, and you can get like 10 per week per character. Some people actually recommend having multiple characters just to complete these quests, so you can stack up on Lamda Grinders. Because trust me, you're gonna get to endgame and you won't have enough. Like, I got stuck with that issue, and I was really lucky that there was an event when I was working on my weapon that was giving a bunch of Lamda Grinders. I could just trade them in, and it kind of saved my ass because I was not doing Zeeg's quests. So please, every day, complete Zeeg's client orders for those seals, the craftsman seals that you can trade in for Lamda Grinders. And with that, I think it's gonna be everything I have to show you today as stuff you should be doing in PSO2. Believe it or not, doing all of this takes a lot of time, because quests can take a long time if you take your time and everything. You could speedrun it, but it's not the best. Like, you usually want to have a good score, a good rank for the featured quest, for example, because the rewards are better. So yeah, you have plenty of stuff to do every day and every week. I may have forgot some stuff that you're supposed to do. If you know better than me and I've forgotten something, please let me know in the comment section. And if I have enough, I'll probably make a follow-up video to this, covering more stuff you should be doing. And on this note, thank you for joining me today. It was a pleasure, and I will see you next time in the next guide to PSO2. Have a wonderful day.